Welcome back to the Word Expanded the Gospels edition. We're in the book of Matthew. We are looking at chapter 16. We're looking at verse 13. And we're going to read through verse 20. It says the following: Now when Jesus came into the district of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, "Who do people say that the Son of Man is?" They said, "Some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah, others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets." And he said to them, "But who do you say that I am?" And Simon Peter replied, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." And Jesus answered him, "Blessed are you, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but the Father who is in heaven. I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church. The gates of hell shall not prevail against it. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth will be bound on heaven, and whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven." And then he strictly charged the disciples not to tell anyone who he was, or that he was the Christ. When we look at this section, it's hard because I want to preach the whole thing, which would take days and days and weeks. But when we make this little section into a synopsis, what we find is that Peter confesses who Jesus is. It's the same thing that you and I have to do. Every individual, the Bible says, everyone will confess that Jesus Christ is Lord at one time or another. So you can do it on the front side or the back side, right? Like, it's the same concept as happened in the story of Noah. People had a chance on the front side of the flood to acknowledge God as God, but they chose not to. They chose to seek other gods, go after other gods. But when God closed the door, there's no more chances, but you're still going to acknowledge in that moment that God is God. You're going to realize that you got it wrong as the boat is going away and you're drowning. It will hit you. It's the same concept that happened over and over in the Old Testament. The people were warned not to seek other gods. Don't serve other gods. And they continually did it. And then God would do something. And then they would realize, oh, whoa, wait a minute. We need our God. We are built that way. It's what we do. And what God has done is he's made a way for you and I to confess that Jesus Christ is Lord before the flood comes, before the door gets closed and we can't be opened, before we stand in front of God. You're going to do it one time or the other. The question is going to be, are you going to do it on the front side and be like Peter, where God says, Jesus says, hey, here's the keys to heaven. Here's all the things that go along with making this acknowledgement. Or are you going to do it on the backside, which says you can live life any way you want, have all the things of the world, right? Accomplish great things. And then you, right, are going to pay for it for the rest of eternity. That's the choice. That's what Peter confessed. Nobody told him. Nobody made him. He figured it out on his own. He made a heartfelt confession. That's what you are asked and I am asked to do. Will you acknowledge that Jesus Christ is Lord? All by yourself. You just come to that conclusion. It might come through some study. It might come through some examples. But it has to come through a heartfelt, convictional moment where you are able to declare God is God, you are not, and Jesus is Lord. Now again, a lot of people are going to declare that Jesus is Lord. They're just not going to make him Lord of their lives. So that's the question. Are you going to confess that Jesus is Lord and make him Lord of your life? Or are you going to end up just declaring that Jesus is Lord and he never was the Lord of your life and pay the consequences for that? So you think about that. We'll see right now. Next time. That's what I want to say. Next time we're here on the Word Expanded, the Gospels.